Hello everyone, welcome to our chemistry channel. I am Zamir Sheikh, Faculty of Chemistry from Shri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. Today we will discuss about the one of the basic topic of organic chemistry, that is chemistry of alpha carbon and their related reactions. Okay, so I just cover most of the topic, most of the content of particularly from that alpha carbon, and I'm thankful to get the chance to explore the chemistry or to explore that content particularly related to the chemistry of alpha carbon. So if you're satisfied with this content, so don't forget to subscribe or subscribe our channel for more updates. So let's begin with the alpha carbon. So why we choose this topic and what is the necessity particularly in organic chemistry? You know that alpha carbon is nothing but is a Greek word. Okay, that alpha, beta, gamma, particularly which is used in the nomenclature. Okay, or that also be called the Greek letters. That alpha carbon is nothing but the carbon which are adjacent to functional group. For example, you can take this carbonite. Okay, so that first carbon which is directly attached with that carbonyl carbon. Okay, that carbon is called the alpha carbon. After that, second carbon is called beta, then gamma, and etc. etc. Okay, and the hydrogens are directly attached to that carbon are called the alpha hydrogens. So and we have this same, we can just talk about that the Greek letters, we are using that Greek letters to indicate that carbon. Okay, now we are just take this some example here, so that's shown that which is alpha carbon. Here they take the ester as a functional group. Okay, it is a one of the derivative of carbonyl group. Adjacent to that the carbon which is shown in the red color, that is an alpha carbon, and hydrogen which are linked to that, they are called what? Alpha hydrogen. After that it is in beta, gamma, etc. etc. Okay, and we are all in this session or in this lecture we just focus on the alpha carbon. Now in another example, here the one carbonyl group is there which are directly attached with the two carbon. Okay, right and left, the both carbons are what? Alpha. After that, then beta, and then phenyl ring is there. Okay, so that they basically the carbon which are attached to the phenyl ring, it's not the alpha carbon. Okay, it is called benzylic carbon. So basically that carbon, why this carbon is called the more reactive center? Now particularly here the carbonyl is one of the withdrawing group. What is withdrawing group? Now withdrawing group is nothing but the group having more number of electronegative elements. So due to that electronegativity increases of that group, and ability to withdraw the electron from that adjacent carbons will be more, and so that the adjacent carbon shows the somewhat deficiency. Okay, show the partial positive charges, and that's why the carbon show electrophilic character and the attached hydrogen show the acidic character. Okay, these two short terms should be known to you. Okay, one is what? Due to the carbonyl group, the deficiency occurred at the carbon, simultaneously the deficiency should be occurred at the what? Hydrogen also. Now this is the chart from which we can explain that what exactly happened with that your carbonyl. To look at the simple example of carbonyl, it's an acetone. When it is treated with the any base, now I'm just talking about the acidic character. Okay, after the abstraction of proton, because that adjacent carbon is in deficiency, hydrogen also show had somewhat have the acidic character. So any base can abstract particularly stronger base LDA like okay, so that abstract the hydrogen from the alpha position. Okay, and after that there is a formation of a negative charge. That negative charge is stabilized. Why? Because of there is a CO is there, and now that negative charge is called, that will be undergo the resonance, and that is called the enolate ion. Okay, first of all the charge should be on carbon, but according to the resonance rule the charge should be dispersed on the more electronegative element, that is an oxygen. So you get the enolate ion, and after that you get after that you can do the alkylation process, that is any alkyl halide or any electrophile is present. Okay, then it will undergo the reaction, you get the CC bond. And secondly, if you have the acid is there, there is a formation of enol. Now look at this both intermediate, either enol and either what enolate, both are nucleophilic one, and that's why they are very useful in the what? Carbon carbon bond formation reactions. Okay, this is the very simple chemistry particularly of carbonyl carbon, and this is just due to what? The alpha carbon as well as alpha hydrogen. Okay, if there is no alpha hydrogen and alpha carbon, there is no chemistry is occurred. Now just like took the like the example of formaldehyde, there is no reaction is occurred, but acetone is there, acetaldehyde is there, that will be responsible for making the enol as well as enolate ion. Now look at the reactions which are done or which are did due to what? The alpha carbon. First of all, aldol condensation. Second is Claisen condensation, that is a cross type of reaction. Dickmann haloform reaction, then Stock enamine reactions, Robinson annulation reaction, and halogenation of the alpha carbon. Okay, and lastly somewhat example. Now we just had pick the all the reactions. These all the reactions are due to what the alpha carbon as well as alpha hydrogen. Okay, if there is no alpha hydrogen or alpha carbon, there will be no reactions occur. First of all, you know that aldol condensation. It is a reaction between two carbonyl compound. At least one of the carbonyl compound should have what the alpha hydrogen. Okay, and when two carbonyl compounds are react together, in which one of the carbonyl should have what the alpha hydrogen or alpha carbon, then and then reaction alpha hydrogen should be the requirement here, and there is a formation of what aldol, that is beta hydroxy carbonyl group, and after that undergo the E1CB mechanism, that is a conjugate base elimination reaction, and will leads to what the enone, that is a conjugated carbonyl. So here mechanism is very simple. First step is what? Reaction of one base is in basic medium reaction. Base in presence of base react with the what carbonyl group, abstract the proton, generate the negative charge, that is an enolate ion, and that enolate will be added on the your second equivalent of carbonyl group. So there is a new CC bond is formed as we shown in the mechanism here, and after that undergo the proton abstraction, you get the what beta hydroxy carbonyl group. Okay, and after that undergo the E1CB mechanism, so you will lead toward the conjugated enone. How to identify the product in ALDA? Very simple. So we have to just the condensation reaction means the loss of water from these two molecule. You can just combine, make the double bond, and we are just draw the V shape of beta hydroxy like this one. Okay, after adding this two carbonyl function, you get this beta hydroxy. You can just make the in V shape. Okay, and identify that R particularly from that, so you can easily pick so which are the or what are the starting materials in aldol. Okay, by just look at the product now. Now another example is intramolecular, with when these two carbonyl group are present in same molecule, that is called intramolecular aldol condensation. Particularly in this reaction spot, look at this example here, aldehyde and ketones are there. If aldehyde and ketones are there, then preferentially abstract the proton from what carbonyl carbon from ketone, and then that negative charge which is generated in first step, that will be added to the carbonyl carbon of aldehyde, because aldehydes are more electrophilic, and undergo the what the cyclization process, you get the cyclic product, and after that, so look at this one, and there is a formation of what the product. Okay, that is enone, cyclic enone. Okay, so like this mechanism I will repeat, I will show here. So look at this one now. Okay, E1CB mechanism, that is beta hydroxy ketone will be undergo the dehydration process by the anion stabilizing mechanism, that is E1CB, and leads to what the enone now, cyclopentenone. Okay, one of the best reaction. Now another example here, so we have this molecule, now two ketone in a same molecule, again same mechanism is occurred now, but there is a reduced selectivity. Okay, so either the reaction will be proceed to 4-member ring or either reactivity 6-member ring according to what the ring formation order. So we have what 5-member rings are more stable than what the 6-member, then 3, then 4, then that indicate that whenever there is a reaction in which ring formation is occurred, so we have to first preference give to the 5-member ring, then second 6-member ring, then 3, and then 4. That's why in these two reaction, one mechanism proceed via 4-member ring formation, one proceed via 6-member ring. So 6-member rings are what major route in this reaction than what the 4-member ring. Okay, now we have a retrosynthesis, that is we have to go to back, that is if you give the directly product, that is an aldol, and we have to identify what are the starting materials with that process called the retrosynthesis. Okay, and now by using that process retro, we are take this 2 cyclopentanone, right? Take the 2 cyclopentanone, undergo the aldol condensation, one act as a nucleophile, second act as electrophile, react together, by the loss of water you get the product. And the same way we can identify that mechanism, that is identification of starting materials from the product, that is called what the retrosynthesis. Now this is all about what the aldol condensation. One of the basic condensation reaction is just due to what the alpha carbon or alpha hydrogen. Secondly, it is an what Claisen condensation. Now to take the example of a Claisen, nothing but the diester. Similarly, like aldol, we have two molecules of what ester, in which one of the ester again have the alpha carbon. If there is no alpha carbon, there is no reaction. First of all, abstraction of proton and then react with the second equivalent. Now this mechanism is proceed via addition elimination. Whatever the negative charge is generated on the first molecule, that will be reacted on the second. Okay, So there in second molecule there is a removal of OH group or OR group is there. Is it a preferential reaction? Okay, and this reaction is an example of what Claisen, and there is a formation of beta keto ester. Okay, so you just identify the product which is formed in this reaction. Okay, now we have cross. So many examples are there. Cross means we have two different molecules are there. Now one is a cyclohexanone plus we have formate. Okay, we react together, you get the product. Now in the same way, we are just one molecule is act as a nucleophile, that is abstraction of proton, formation of negative charge, then that negative charge will be added on the second equivalent of the molecule. Now in ester, OH group is a better leaving group in this same molecule, and that's why undergo the loss of leaving group. Now first step is addition of nucleophile, second step is loss of leaving group. That's why the combined step is called the addition elimination, and finally you get the product is a beta keto ester. Okay, or beta, whatever the example is there. Now so another example is what intermolecular. Okay, we have this intermolecular process. Again mention the same example. We can take the ester reacted with the base LDA, lithium dialkyl. This is lithium diisopropylamide. Okay, LDA, and that will be reacted with this one, undergo the elimination reaction, first addition, then elimination, then formation of beta keto ester. So the Claisen reaction is one of the best example of synthesis of what the diketones. That is what dicarbonyl compounds, 1,3-dicarbonyl compounds like this one. These are the three examples: cyclohexanone plus ethyl formate, cyclohexanone plus ethyl chloroformate, and cyclohexanone plus diethyl carbonate. In this way, we get the all of the 1,3-dicarbonyl compounds, and that undergo the elimination of what CO2. That is called Kraft-Chu decarboxylation, as shown in the mechanism. Generally, it is an example of what ester. You can also be take the example of an acids also. In acid also what CO2 group is eliminated, and finally you get the ketone. So that is the function group transformation. You can combine the two ester, you get the diketone, okay, or the beta keto ester, and in that again undergo the elimination at high temperature, that's CO2 is removed, okay, and that will be give the again ketone. Now so look at this transformation. Okay, now let's assume that there are some examples are there. Here the ethyl acetoacetate reacts with the base. Now base will abstract the proton from the CH2 that is in between the two carbonyl group, and then electrophile is added to that in formation of CC bond here. Okay, and after that hydrolysis you will remove that CO2 and etc. So these are the example of what alkylation, also called what the alpha alkylation. It is just due to what the alpha carbon. Another example is what Deichmann condensation. It is an example of what Claisen also, but it is called what the intramolecular. And here the two ester molecules are in the same compound. We are again have the proton abstraction, and then react with the formation of negative charge, and then it will be react with the second equivalent, so formation of cyclic product like this. So regioselectivity in the formation of again ring formation. Well, I already told that. So there is a 5-member rings are quite more stable than what the 6, then 3, then 4, and etc. Okay, in this way you can mention same example in what, so the Deichmann also. Then another example is haloform reaction. You know that haloform, the name term as what the haloform is the derivative of CHX3. So that reaction is only shown by what the methyl ketone or secondary alcohol. Okay, so now first of all there is a the acetone or any compound having methyl ketone is there, react with the I2 and excess of the base, okay, I2OH. So then abstraction of the 1 by 1 hydrogen from that carbon, and substitution about the X. So RCOCH3 becomes converted to RCOX3, and finally that removal of CH3 group will be converted to what acid. One of the best transformation from ketone will be converted to what carboxylic acid. Okay, and mechanism is very simple. Again we have what excess of base is we are adding X2 base, 1 by 1 hydrogen is replaced now, and CH3 group lastly that OH in last step. Up to first 3 step OH act as a base, okay, hydrogen will be removed, X will be added. In this way we up to the 3 step you get the same product, but in last step CH3 will be better linked, so last step OH is act as a nucleophile, okay, not at the base now, and in this way you get the haloform. So this reaction is only shown by what methyl ketone and what secondary alcohols. Another example is stark-enamine. So this reaction is very the one of the famous reaction in the carbonyl chemistry. Formation of what amine or imine. This depend upon type of your amines are used now. Okay, C single bond N R1 amine, C double bond N is called the imine, and C triple bond N called the nitrite. But here, first of all, the reaction between the carbonyl compound and what the secondary cyclic amines preferentially. In a presence of what acid, that will be converted to what enamine. Enamines are again same as the what the enol. It is also nucleophilic in nature, and that will be reactive with the different electrophiles and formation of what alpha alkylated product. Look at the same mechanism is also shown here in very short slide, and you get the different products. After hydrolysis, C double bond N bond will be converts to what C double bond O. The mechanism is very simple again. So we have just formation of a enamine. It is an reaction with secondary cyclic amine with carbonyl compound, formation of enamine, and that will be react with the different electrophiles, and after that hydrolysis. So that enamine is also act as what the Michael donor, not like the acceptor. Acceptor is always conjugated compound. In last example, we are shown that the enamine is act as a what donor, Michael donor, and acceptor is there, that is 1,4 addition, and the reaction is also an example of what Michael addition. So another example is Robinson annihilation. It is a combination reaction of what Michael plus aldol. So the reaction is proceed via first aldol condensation, Michael addition first. That is, and first look at the example. Here this example is only shown by what the diketone. This is a diketone example. First abstraction of the proton by a base, and that negative charge will be added like this conjugate addition. First example is Michael addition, and then you get the product, and after that undergo the intramolecular aldol condensation. So that will be product will have the two rings now. In first look at the reactant, look at the product. Why this reaction is called annihilation? Annihilation means formation of a ring now. So look at this one now. In product and reactant, the double bond which is developed at what the replacement of one carbonyl, that is one C double bond O, is replaced by what? Is replaced by what? Just the double bond. We can ring join together. So that reaction is called what? The Robinson annihilation. So Robinson annihilation is an example of what? Michael addition plus or followed by what? Intramolecular aldol condensation. Fine. How to identify the product is again very simple. So whatever the carbonyl compound, select the one of the carbonyl compound, that will be converted to what? The olefin. Okay, and at that same side there is a ring is joined. Now we can do the retrosynthesis of that molecule. So do this retrosynthesis. Okay, in higher level chemistry you have the retrosynthesis, and from that we can identify the what are the starting materials, and it's very one of the Reynolds process to identify the starting materials. Okay, look at this one, double bond will be cleaved here, so you get the starting materials, that is synthon, and after that synthetic equivalent, and finally you get the starting materials. So you can do the synthetic you can do the retrosynthesis also. By this process we can identify that. Now halogenation, another is what? Halogenation, which is done in two different mechanism, either in acidic medium or in basic medium. So identify that in basic medium halofam is occurred. Okay, and halogenation in acidic medium, only monohalogenated product is formed now. Look at this reaction, it is in base now. So base abstract the proton, make the negative charge, and that negative charge will be reacted with the what? Br2 molecule, that will be formed. Now that carbon, which is, look at the product, in that carbon at the alpha position there is a what? Br is present now. Look at the first position in reactant, look at the product now. That alpha positions are quite more acidic than reactant. That's why base again abstract the protons and do the bromination again and again. Okay, that's why in basic medium the monobromination is not possible. Okay, so this is a limitation of halogenation. And now lastly, halogenation at alpha carbon in acidic medium. Now in acidic medium there is a formation of enol, as in first slide we are mentioned that in acidic medium there is a formation of enolate in enol, sorry. Okay, now look this one, in acidic medium there is a formation of enol, and enols are more nucleophilic in nature again, and it will be reactive with the what? The Br2 molecules now. So second or further bromination is not possible in this reaction. So that's why whenever if you want to prepare that monobrominated product, okay, or mono halo ketone, so we are always use the acidic medium. Okay, and that's why if you have the cyclohexanone and reacted with the bromine in acetic acid, you get what? The 2-halo cyclohexanone, and that is a susceptible reactant in what? The Favrersky rearrangement reaction. Okay, that's why in acidic medium, so it is not possible to do the multi halogenation, but in basic medium it is a limitation. So that's why you quite remember that. Okay, so you must remember that the mechanism of this one. So this is all about the reactions and the importance of alpha carbon in organic chemistry. Due to that reason there is so many reactions are occurred. I am Zamir Sheikh, assistant professor from the Department of Chemistry. I am very much thankful to all of you to watch this by watching this lecture. I am very much thankful again to give me this opportunity to express or to share my knowledge with you. Thank you for watching this video, and must subscribe our channel for more updates. Thank you so much.